Jasmine Crockett, she unleashed hell on Donald Trump. If you are watching what is happening right now in the States, you will notice one thing, and that is that the pedophiles from Epstein's files are not getting into the jail. They're not being held accountable for anything. We have all of them, literally 100% of these pedos walking freely. Free man. But do you know who are facing jail? 5-year-old kid. And that's what Jasmine Crockett discussed in previous interviews. But this is the reality of United States at the moment. The pedos are walking freely on the streets, but 5-year-old innocent civilians, they are in the jail. And they call them illegal immigrants. When these illegal immigrants, most of the time they're legal. They're even US citizen. For example, Rene Good, Alex Preddy. They get shot at. But there is no accountability, no jail time, no ICE for these pedos whatsoever. Now, before I play this video from Jasmine Crockett, just want to remind you, if you're not subscribed to my channel, consider subscribing. Have a listen as to what she is saying here.
Yeah, it is so interesting because it's like we take one step forward and then we take 2 steps back. And that's exactly what we've gotten out of this administration. And so for everyone that wanted to say that Black people were overreacting or that we were being dramatic, I want to be clear that it's not just his words, it's in his policy that he is slinging this type of hate, whether we're talking about ICE and how he deals with everyone, because it's not limited to immigrants, or whether we're talking about the rolling back of diversity, equity, and inclusion. And I do want to be clear. I don't give Donald Trump a lot of credit for much, but I will say this. He is the king of distractions and division. And right now, he has everyone talking about the fact that he posted something that was racist, which frankly, if you've been paying attention, it was right on par. You're not surprised whatsoever.
Right. You heard it right. Donald Trump is the king of distraction. In fact, he believes he is the king of everything. Now, Crockett, she emphasized that Trump's actions are not surprising given his past behavior and often serve as distractions from other issues such as Epstein files. And I actually mentioned this in my previous video where I said, guys, the reason he tweeted or posted that racist meme of Barack Obama and Michelle Obama was to distract people from his connection with Jeffrey Epstein. And we know that his name was mentioned over 38,000 times, and we still have 3 million more files missing. But that's the reality we're living in. Now, excuse me, Crockett highlights that Trump's policies, not just his words, demonstrate a lack of respect for people of color and immigrants. Take a listen.
At the same time, this is the day after he said, stop talking about the Epstein files, as more and more is coming out, as we're being told as lawmakers that we're going to be given an opportunity to start to physically go and inspect the files. He is trying to distract, and frankly, he is doing a good job of it. We know who he is. We know who he was when he got elected the first time. We know who he was when he got elected this time. And so there's not really much to be surprised about when it comes to Donald Trump and not really having a level of respect specifically for people of color.
There's a level of respect. There's also the bravery to stand behind what he has said and done. Take a look at the President of the United States dodging questions on this very issue.
President, you apologize for that racist.
Won't apologize, just walk away.
Now, he does not take question not only outside of the White House, but also inside. I do not know what he thinks. Of course, I think I know. He believes he's the king. You cannot hold him accountable. No question asked, because every question today will be about Epstein. And he doesn't have an answer whatsoever. So he runs away. He literally is running away from the reporters. The clip you just saw, he's running away from these reporters, literally doing that on camera. I couldn't believe my eyes, but that's what you have just seen. Now, Jasmine Crockett, she argued that this approach, which targets vulnerable populations, contradicts the idea of making America great. Of course, MAGA was always a hoax. Can I call it a hoax? Actually, it was a false promise to win election. There is nothing MAGA about Donald Trump. Take a listen.
Just wave. I know it's
I've
going to
never
surprise
seen
you.
him so fast. Oh my God.
Walk away,
He's moving
old
fast,
man,
Congressman.
walk
And
away.
here's the thing that we're talking about. It's not just in the rhetoric, it's in the policy, as you said. I mean, I'm thinking about little Liam Ramos and his bunny hat and the fact that a nation has rallied around the image of this child as humanizing something that we often talk about simply in numbers. You have Trump's DHS pushing to expedite the removal of Liam and his family. What does that tell you about what their objective here and politically how they are reading this moment?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that we have to guess because they have been very overt with their words, not just Trump, but JD Vance. It has been kind of this, we don't have to hide anymore. We are the ones that are being targeted, we being white people, right? There is a lack of respect for the contributions that all of us make to this country, whether you are Black Americans who did not arrive because we wanted to be here, but because we were dragged over here and stolen from our homeland, or whether you are...
Now, I just want to add one thing here. If Donald Trump really wants to deport people, he doesn't really have to go after these kids, 5-year-old Liam. All he has to do is to look to his left and to his right, straight and back. Just turn around, Donald Trump. You will see a lot of people worthy not just deportation, but rotting in the jail for the rest of their life, including yourself. You will do a great favor, Donald Trump, if you deport yourself, because people are fed up. People are tired of your lies and your pedo behaviors. Subscribe for more videos, guys. See you in the next one.